episode 34 of the Drunken Arcanauts Dycairn campaign. I'm Clancy. I'll be your DM today. There's a 5th edition campaign with a bunch of made-up bullshit and some bizarre characters that I can't ever predict and therefore make games perfectly suited to the wrong people because they pick different people for them. And then I give them second chances and they slightly repair it, but things get better from there, but not really where I planned for them to be. Doesn't matter. It's fine. Before I get too far, I wanted to give a shout out to our patrons. Scotty Doesn't Know, The Lockjess Monster, Skate Park, Lincoln Mark, Special K, Christian Haydenson, Natty Light, Every Jared Begins with K, Justin Case, Cody TKO, Austin Space, Robum, and LL Cole J. We hope you guys are still enjoying the podcast. We're happy that you're still patrons. But if everybody could go around, introduce themselves, maybe talk about what they plan to do in their competition, because nobody's competed yet. So introduce yourself, say what your thoughts are based on the name of the event you're going to be participating in, and then I'll do a recap.
Oh, hi, I'm Risky, and I'm playing Murder Ghost. I'm definitely drunk, and I am going to duel some guy on random logs. So my plan is to attack.
Which one is definitely drunk? Risky or Murder Ghost?
What?
Is Risky or Murder Ghost drunk?
Both.
Excellent.
Murder Ghost had like 5 screwdrivers. Yeah, I'm kind of just gonna wing it for attacking him. So
Cool.
what could go wrong? Next.
I am Relevant. I am playing Juniper Hollow, a half-elf monk, and I don't know if I'm going to drink the speed grog yet or not. I haven't decided.
Oh, I forgot about that.
My name is Mark. I play everyone's favorite Wanty Warlock, Simon Salazar. I don't know what's going to happen during the parlay, so we'll see how that goes. I don't have any kind of strategy.
Jay, play Victor McCoy, human gunslinger, and I guess I plan to do some running, and then some shooting, and some running, and then some shooting, and I think some running, and then some shooting, until I'm all ran and shot out.
Okay. So as you guys can probably tell if you haven't watched the last episode, or especially if you have, the party is engaged in a competition known as Scallywag Days, where you can earn loads of doubloons. A doubloon is equal to a platinum or 100 gold. So earning loads of them is worth a lot. The main benefit of a doubloon is, at least according to the local populace, that they are universally accepted. They are currency that anywhere south of the world spine will accept as currency and at its current value. We haven't looked into the economics of how this became a global currency or who promotes it or backs it, but it is one, supposedly. So the party is involved in Scallywag Days, going to be doing a pistol shot competition, 1v1 duel, a parlay competition, and a treasure race. The party also got sponsored by Grog and Dribbles, Grogs and Dribbles. So it's important to remember that anytime you're picturing Juniper or Murder Ghost, picture them wearing a lime green t-shirt over their armor that says Grog and Dribbles, Grogs and Dribbles, and has a caricature of Grog the half-orc and Dribble the goblin on the back, smiling. Because that's what they look like. They're wearing that. Also, Murder Ghost is wearing some very muddy-footed gray sweatpants at this point because he's been naked for a long time. So now he's got these sweatpants and everything. Where we ended off, the duel was just about to start. And with that in mind, I do want to track that really quick. Let's see. Okay. We come to it, and I need you to roll initiative, Murder Ghost.
Okay, no problem. That's only oh fuck. 8.
Okay. Faz got a 17.
A little bit better.
A little bit. Just a little bit. So, sorry, I need to. There we go. He's going to go first, and immediately he runs to the edge of the dock, and then dimension doors to the center log. But he has to roll to keep his balance on top of the log. And he does great. 22. He stays on top of the log. As a bonus action, he fires at you with the little cannon spider that's on his side. And that is a 13.
Nope.
Whiffs. But he is center stage, and the crowd is going wild. You hear the announcer. And Faz the Artificer makes the first move with center control. How will Murder Ghost of the Screaming Pigs team manage to overcome this deficit? Murder Ghost, your turn.
I'm going to use my telekinetic ability.
Okay.
Because I can push a creature 5 feet with my mind.
Okay.
They have to make a strength save.
That's not his strong suit. That is a 17.
Oh, god damn it. It's a 16.
That's with a +0.
Damn. All right.
Lucky.
Well, that was my bonus action. So, my action, I'm just going to cast Moonbeam on him. And that's
Okay.
a con saving throw.
That's a 7.
Well, that's not going to be very good. Because I did 5th level.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so 2nd level, it's 2d10. And then I get a d10 for every other level. That's an 8, an 8, 4, 5, and a 3. 20, 28.
Okay. The announcer is going to do most of the calling of this fight. And here comes Murder Ghost with a moonbeam slamming into the logs, splintering, arcane fire igniting strips of bark left and right. The water itself boils under this explosion of moonlight. And as we can see, Faz is taking heavy, heavy damage. Faz's turn.
Does he take the damage as soon as he starts his turn?
Yep.
So, again?
Yep. Because he's not moving from it. And he's going to cast... I need that.
Is he in the water now?
No, he's still on the log.
Okay.
He's
Are
just
the logs on
standing
fire?
still. The logs are being slowly disintegrated by the moonbeam. They're not
Okay.
really on fire as much as just little wisps of arcane magic is slowly destroying them, disintegrating the log. I need to look at what this is actually called. It's called. No. There it is. No. That's not it either. That's fine. He's going to reach out his hand and spray some sort of green liquid at you.
How far away is he?
So he's in the center of the thing, which
I didn't
is
move.
50 feet logs. So 25 feet to the edge of the log, 30 feet to the edge of the dock, 45 feet away. So he sprays the acid at you.
Okay.
And that's a deck save.
Okay. Ooh, that's actually not bad. That's a 16.
16 passes.
Dope.
And then he's going to fire with his little shoulder-mounted droid thing. That's only an 11.
Missed.
And the second one's a 20.
Okay.
And it hits you, and it's just regular old damage. So, sorry, I didn't tell you how much damage it was,
Yeah.
though. And that is 10 damage.
So 5?
Yep.
Okay.
As you take the damage, you see the little drone thing sort of register and change from its gray coloring to a bright, almost radiant color. And the gnome's eyes narrow as he looks at you. And he ends his turn.
Well, that wasn't nice. I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay,
It's a
what's he
wisdom
got to roll?
saving throw.
He's better at wisdom. Not enough better. That's a 12.
Oh no. Okay, that was a 3rd level, so get 3d6 plus another 2d6. And he hasn't moved. Oh my god. That was 4 5s and a 2. So 22
Jesus.
damage. Psychic. Oh,
22.
and
That
he
is crazy.
failed, so he has to run away.
Oh no. Okay.
On a failed save, it takes damage and must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far
Oh no.
as its speed allows away from you.
You're using his reaction. Oh god. You see him go to hellish rebuke you and then run in terror instead. Running back down the log, he's gonna have to make dex checks again.
Is it his action still, or his turn?
No, this is his reaction.
Okay, I was just wondering how that works with Moonbeam and leaving the
Uh,
area.
Leaving the area, he doesn't get anything for leaving it. It's if he starts in it.
Okay,
So he's running out of it now,
yeah.
and he runs all the way to the. Well, he doesn't even get halfway down the log before he falls in the water, and then swims as far as he can. He can't spend any movement climbing back on the log because that's not getting farther away from you. So he's probably 3/4 of the way down the log away from you now. Well, no, probably to the end of the log, nearly to the dock, but not there, which he would have been able to get if he was running the whole time, if he hadn't fallen in the water.
Okay, is it his turn now?
You used your action. You haven't used your bonus action or your movement.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess I could jump into the water and turn into a whale.
A ghost whale.
Yeah. Ghost
Yeah.
killer whale.
Ghost orca. If he wasn't scared before, he fucking should be now. Yeah, that's your bonus action. You gonna use your movement?
Yeah, I have a swim speed of 60.
So you can get to him.
Yeah.
Oh god. He's in the water with a killer whale. A ghost killer whale. It gets to his turn, and the terror has not abated, as it turns out. He's trying to climb onto the dock, but you're going to get an opportunity attack as he gets out of your range.
Oh, fuck. That one.
Ha! You go to slap him with your tail and just launch him up onto the dock to what is mostly safety. And you get splinters from the actual slapping of your tail against the extremely strong wood that makes up this dock. So you'll take 5 damage from that.
Oh, no.
But now that he's up on the dock, he is going to use some sort of electrical discharge on his hand as he reaches out and smacks your whale body with it.
Oh, so the stats you gave me is the hit point still halved?
Yep.
And the damage is half the same?
Yep.
Okay. Well, most damage.
Okay. He rolls terrible for his magical touch attack. But the little robot thing is going to fire at you. That's a 23 for the first one and a 16 for the second one.
Both hit.
Hey, look at that. Okay. And that is 9 damage for the first hit. Not halved because it's radiant.
Ah.
It adapts. And 9 damage for the second hit. And he stands at the edge of the dock, having just whiffed, trying to slap you with his electrical hand, which would have been a big attack. He's burned a lot of spell slots on misses so far. Pretty annoyed, actually. Your turn.
Because I can't cast, but can I move the moonbeam when I'm wild shaped?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna move it on him.
Okay.
Because it's like a 60-foot. Yeah.
Okay, that's 28 more.
Mm-hmm.
He gets to make the save again, though, I think. Crit fails. Okay. He does not look like he's doing real good. Standing at the edge of the dock, he stares down at you, barely holding himself up. And you hear the announcer, "Is this it? Will Faz die here today, or will he manage to pull this out? Folks, it's anyone's game still. Don't forget, artificers, they're tricky."
I'm gonna do a flip.
A flip.
Yes.
What do you mean by a flip?
I'm gonna jump out of the water and try to flip as a killer whale.
Instead of attacking him?
That's actually an action to move it. I thought it was a bonus action, but the spell says it's an action to move it 60 feet or whatever.
Ah, okay. Well, it's not like it was a waste. He
Yeah.
crit failed the save, so.
He's over
Yeah,
acting
you
like
you
it's
do your
Seaworld.
flip.
Yeah,
Roll
I'll
me
be-
acrobatics
Free Willy this bitch.
with advantage for being a whale. And a
Oof.
ghost whale. Way less.
Ghost whale. Oh, I actually have a bonus to acrobatics for some fucking reason. That's a 17.
The crowd watches amazed as you dive under and then free willy right over the artificer gnome, the water sparkling over him, raining upon him, and you slightly graze his scalp with your dorsal fin as you plunge back in on the other side. Cheers erupt, and the announcer says, "Now look at that. Now that's a victory lap right there. That's the confidence from someone who knows that their moonbeam is probably going to kill their opponent at the beginning of their opponent's next turn. Way to go, Murder Ghost of the Screaming Pigs." Beginning of his turn, he rolls a save. He fails. And burns up. And they go, "And that's it." Ding, 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 ding. You hear the crowd going wild. All right, Murder Ghost of the Screaming Pigs, sponsored by Grog and Dribbles, Grogs and Dribbles. Get your grogs, get your dribbles with Grog and Dribble. And yeah, they're happy. The crowd's celebrating, and a little check mark goes up next to your team name. You have just won 5 doubloons.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Everybody's crazed and happy. You see Team Skulk, the rest of the gnome artificers. They seem to be eyeballing you pretty hard. They're pissed. They're real mad. You can hear one of them arguing Victor with an organizer. Well, it's a swan. You can't turn into a whale. A whale? He could have just hid at the bottom of the water and let the moonbeam kill him. I
just turn towards Murder Ghost and just give him 2 more thumbs up.
Yeah.
The organizers are like, a good pirate finds out how to defeat their opponent. They're not really rules, they're more guidelines, remember? And he's like, bah! And they all yell and they're all arguing with each other. So, with that, they calm everybody down and they say, next up, the parlay competition. And they come to the team. They hand out the dice. Simon, roll your dice.
6.
Well, we have first up is going to be, let's see here, Huz the Artificer versus Salmon the Lizard Folk Warlock. And you see they bring them to a center table, sit them down, each with a magical voice-enhancing auditory thing. And they say, okay, today's debate will be, what is a pirate's life? And Huz starts like, so a pirate's life is to be in service of oneself and the 7 seas. He goes, rebuttal, Salmon. Salmon says, a pirate's life is to be grog.
Just keep going.
Is to be grog and pleasure, along with marauding and pillaging. They turn back. They say, Huz. And so on and so forth as the debate rages between these two very calm pirate captains. That's what the crowd is seeing. In actuality, what you're seeing is a series of charisma-related checks, points and counterpoints, intimidations and persuasions, along with various finagling as they try to unsettle one another or throw each other off, kicks under the table, shifts of the weight on a chair, trying to squeak to disrupt somebody's flow. Underhanded, underhanded shit. And eventually it ends with Salmon pulling it out. The lizard folk raises his hands, his claws, and hisses to the crowd, and he says, "Yo ho." He pounds the table. Yo ho. The crowd goes wild. Announcer says, "And as we all expected, eloquent words from Salmon the Lizard Folk. Eloquent words. Now, we've had enough discussion for the time being. It's time to get to the most exciting event of the competition. The treasure race. For what pirate, what scallywag doesn't love treasure?" Juniper,
Yeah.
roll your dice. Are you participating in this one or the next one?
3.
Okay. You're participating in the next one. You guys all out, rolled higher than them. So you will be against you will be against the spectral looking ranger.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. So we have them start, and you see immediately the monk and the artificer get teleported, and you can't see them directly, but they have little magical sort of projections showing the city. They don't show what is going on, just the dots of these two people. You hear a gunfire, and you see the dots start to race through the map of the city. And it takes a few minutes before they get down to the docks. Eventually, they get out into the water, and then the dots stop. It switches to a side projection showing them diving. Eventually, you see them start colliding. You see the artificer stop moving. The monk continue to move. And then a few minutes later, go back up. And you hear the announcer, "And he's got it! Hung our box! The monk has his golden chalice. He wins the treasure competition." We now go back to the beginning, and we'll see the other competitors and find out who will be competing against who in the finale round. And we start back at the pistol competition. Victor, you're led to a boat. And the announcer says, "Sorry about blindfolding you earlier, but we can't have anybody preparing ahead of time." On this boat, on the ship, and they gesture to the ship, there are 20 targets. All of them need to be broken. You can break them by hand, by spell, or by pistol. It's recommended by pistol. Once the 20th one is broken, the time stops. The most targets broken wins, or if everyone breaks 20, which all competitors thus far have broken 20, the fastest to break 20 wins. Now, the targets are variously hidden all over the ship, but all of them can be hit and can be found, even with regular human senses. You can sense that this is slightly talking down to you from this Triton woman who is like, "They don't put any of these underwater for you poor humans." And she points, and there's one red sort of clay target right on the side of the ship. And she goes, now, I'm going to tap your shoulder 3 times. And on the 3rd tap, competition starts. And you need to start breaking targets. So from your layout, Victor, here's what you've got. You're at the edge of the gangplank up onto the ship on the port side, okay? It's 10 feet up the gangplank, and then you're in the center of the ship. Once you're in the center, you have 25 feet to get to the front prow, or 30 feet to get to the back navigation where the wheel is. And right there is also a door that takes you down into the ship. You can only see from where you're at right now, at least without a perception check or anything, you can only see the one target that's just to the left of the gangplank on the very side of the ship. So I'll give you a quick second. Is there anything you want to do before she taps your shoulder 3 times?
Just gonna get my pistols ready.
Okay. You get your pistols ready. Tap, tap, tap.
Okay. I guess I start running and shoot the first one as I run.
Yep. Roll a ranged attack.
That's why I started blasting.
So I started blasting. Jesus Christ. 32.
Jesus. Yeah, these are not going to be high enough. I am already upset. Okay. Portside railing. No, sorry. That is portside exterior. That one is dead. You got it.
Okay.
You run up. How much movement do you have?
I have 30
movement.
feet.
Okay, so you get 10 feet up, and you've taken a shot.
Okay. And then you said I can go right or left, right?
Go right or left, yes.
I'm gonna start by going right and doing a circle.
What's your passive perception? That's 10 plus your perception.
Yeah, 13.
13. Okay, you don't spot any of them just passively.
Okay. So what do I have to do?
You have to roll me a perception check and tell me which direction you're looking.
Okay.
You going right?
Going right, and that is a 21.
21. You go right to 21, and you see there are 2 in the rat lines, and there's 1 on the bow strip. That's the little thing sticking out the very front of the ship. So
Okay.
you can see 3 of them right off the bat.
Okay, I'm gonna start shooting them, I guess.
Okay. How many more attacks do you have?
2. I did the 1.
Did 1.
So I can do 2 more.
Okay.
Without another turn.
Okay. So roll 2 attacks.
That's 32 again. And that is a 23.
32 and a 23. You blow up the rat lines, and I'm assuming the bow strip one.
Yeah.
Okay. There's still 1 more in the rat lines,
Okay.
but you're at 6 seconds in because that's your first complete turn.
Okay.
Okay. Your second turn.
That is a 33 to hit.
Okay. You hit the other one in the rat lines. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
15.
15. You don't see any where you're at right now. You can take another action to, you can use your bonus action to make another perception check.
Okay. That is a 17.
17. You see one on the railing on either side of the ship. Just under the gangplank where it sat on the railing, there's one. So it was right behind you when you first got on board. And on the other side, it was directly behind a mast, so it was blocked from your view when you first got. But they're mirrored, basically one on either side in the exact same location.
Okay.
So you've got
Guess I'll-
those 2 available.
Okay, I can shoot both of them.
'Kay.
That is a 24
That hits.
and a 21.
And that hits. Okay. And that means you have I think she told you there were 10 above deck and 10 below deck.
Yeah.
Okay. 5, 6. You've got 4 left above deck to get.
Okay, I guess I'll do a perception check then.
Is that the end of your second turn?
Yeah, that was 3 shots, right?
That
sure.
was 2 shots and yeah, that was 3 shots.
It was 3 shots. Yeah.
Okay. Third round.
Perception is an 18.
18. You don't see anything from where you're at currently.
Okay, I'm gonna move.
If you give me specific places that you're looking, I can help.
It's kind of hard because I'm trying to imagine a ship, right?
Yeah, picture a pirate ship. It's got the normal, so it's got your normal structure, the front and the back, the pirate's sort of steering wheel, the gangplank, and all that. But you also have 3 masts.
Right, so I went right towards the front.
Yep.
I got all of those. So now I am turning the other direction, heading towards the back of the ship.
Yep.
And I'm also like looking up.
You're looking up specifically?
Up and like mid right now.
So roll with advantage and give yourself a +3 looking up.
That first one's a 25. I'm gonna roll again just because in case I get that was a 19. I'm just gonna roll again in case I get a nat 20. Yeah, so that first one.
Okay, with the 25, you do spot the next 3.
Okay.
The one at the top of the foremast, one at the top of the main mast, and one at the top of the mizzen mast.
Okay, I'm gonna try to hit all 3.
Okay.
That is a 21.
21, you miss.
Okay. 25.
25, you hit the top of the main mast. That was the toughest shot.
Yeah, they got to roll. Shit, okay. Next one is a 26.
26, hit the top of the mizzen mast. That was the easiest shot.
And I guess that's the end of that turn, though, because...
Yep.
So however many seconds.
So, round 4. We are 6, 12, 18, 24 seconds in.
Okay, the next shot towards the last one is a 25.
25. It squeaks by, barely hits it.
Okay.
You hit the top of the foremast, and you know there's only one more above board. Well, one more that's not below decks.
Okay, I'm gonna start heading towards like the back end of the ship, up towards like where the captain and stuff would be.
Okay. So as a reminder, thus far you've had 2 in the rat lines, both center ship, 1 on the bowstrip, center ship, 1 on the port railing, 1 on the starboard railing, mirrors of each other, 1 in the center on the foremast, 1 in the center on the main mast, 1 on the center of the mizzen mast, and 1 on the exterior port side right as you came up the gangplank.
Okay, well, my last perception check was a nat 20.
Okay.
So, and I was headed towards the back of the back of the ship.
You look, and you don't see it anywhere, and you know it's nowhere within your field of view at all.
And is there a door like to go inside?
There's a door to go inside, but there's one more that's not inside. And you know it's nowhere in your field of view.
Field of view. Fuck. I'm trying to create a field of view so I can understand what that field of view is.
Think you're on the deck, and you can see, and you know it's not anywhere above the deck. It's not in the mast. It's not on the prow, not starboard or port. So
it could be on the side. So maybe I look on the side.
Okay, which side do you look over? You came up the starboard side.
I'm gonna look.
You came up the port side.
I'm gonna look on the starboard side.
You look down the starboard side, and you can see the anchor line, and hanging off the anchor line is a target.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot it.
You're gonna try.
23.
You miss.
7, 20, 20. Wait.
Glances
hold on.
off the chain. Close though.
Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I'm doing this math right. It might be 15 and 12. Is that 27?
Yeah.
That's 27.
27.
Shit.
Sorry.
Okay. You slam it into the target. You blow it up. That's the 10 on top. You now need to get the 10 inside.
Okay, I run inside.
Okay. You get inside. We're round 5 now.
Okay.
Okay. Passive perception. You see there's a table set as though there was a group of pirates eating dinner and you invaded. And where each head of the table would be, that's 5 targets right there.
Okay. I'm going to take a couple shots, obviously.
Okay.
That's a 17 to hit.
That hits.
17 to hit.
That hits.
And a... That'd be 21 to hit.
And that hits.
Okay.
And so that's round 6. You've still got 2 more chairs with targets to hit. And
Okay.
then you've got 5 more targets to find that are quote-unquote below decks.
Okay. That is a 24 to hit
Okay. That hits.
and a 27 to hit.
And that hits. 5 left to go.
Okay. Guess we're running a little bit farther into the ship. Is my passive perception see anything, or do I need to roll?
Your passive perception doesn't pick up anything else.
Okay. That is a 17 for perception.
17 on perception. You see that there are 3 of the windows where cannons are supposed to be aimed out, that there are no cannons placed there.
Okay. I'm going to check them out to see if there's anything there.
You don't see anything directly there, but looking out the window, roll me a perception check.
15.
15. Looking out the window, you can spot bobbing in the water on a blue box that you couldn't see from above the ship is a target that you can only see through that one window. And it's
Okay.
bobbing with the waves and the tides, and it's about 60 feet away.
Okay. That's about the max my pistol can hit
Mhm.
shoot. So,
And there are 3 of these windows.
okay, I'm going to shoot out the first one where it's at.
Okay?
Thank fuck. That's a 32.
32. You blow that one up, and we go to round 7.
Okay, I'm going to look through the next window.
Same thing. Bobbing blue box.
32 again.
Blow that one up.
All right, next window.
Bobbing blue box, but this one has, it appears something's different about it. Roll me a perception check.
18.
18. You piece together that you're looking at actually a mirrored reflection of a target that is underneath this. So there's a mirror angled, making it look like the target's right visible, but it's actually under the water, maybe a foot lower than where it looks like it's at.
Okay. I'm going to try to shoot it, I guess.
Yep.
That is a 28.
Barely. Barely hits. It slams into the target below, and for a moment you're worried that you just shattered the mirror, but it catches the glint, and you can see the pieces sliding back and forth in the box before it slowly fills with water and sinks. And you know that you got it. There are only
Okay.
2 left.
Is there any more windows, or was that?
There are no more windows.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a perception check then.
Give me some specifics. You're below decks in a pirate ship. Where are you looking at?
Low deck
Think-
pirate ship.
Yep.
I guess probably through like the rooms.
Okay. You kick in some rooms. There's a larder full of barrels. There's a few beds. And that's it. Other than that, the rooms are just empty.
Or empty. Fuck. I guess I could look up.
You look up. You find one in the rafters.
Okay. Shoot it. That is 33.
Yep, that's enough.
Yeah.
You've got one left to find.
Fuck. Okay. There was one in the rafters. Is there a captain's room downstairs?
There is only the room that had the beds in it.
Okay, and that room was empty.
The room had beds in it.
Oh, I'm gonna look, I guess, under the beds or around them.
You look under the bed, and there's a target right
Okay.
there, as
Shoot
though
it.
someone was hiding.
Shoot it.
You shoot under the bed.
22.
Oh man, that's like the worst shot you've had. Thank God. That's not the worst, but it's pretty bad for you. Luckily, it's point blank range, so you just hit it. But
Yeah, I rolled a 10 on the dice. I hit a 22 with the 10 on the dice, just to give some idea.
As soon as you hit it, you hear a whistle. And that's it. In only 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48 seconds. That's what that actually was in terms
Wow.
of game time. You fucking ran up that thing, just like fucking blowing shit up all over the place. And he's like, damn, that was fast. They escort you off the ship, and you hear your opponent start. And let's just roll a D100 to see how close it gets here.
Oh.
That's pretty good. 8. Uh, you beat him by 6 seconds.
Holy fuck.
So literally 1 round. He got stuck on the one with the mirror. He shot the mirror, and he continued on his way and shot everything else and actually beat you through the end of it. He got under the bed much faster than you. He got the one on the rafters quite a bit faster. The one on the side much faster. But that one, he shot the mirror, not under the water, and so he had to go back and recheck everything until he figured it out and then shot it. And it cost him about 17 seconds.
Get
Otherwise,
good,
he
nerd.
was cruising. Yeah. So, you defeated Lit R Box, the Tabaxi Gunslinger. Makes me happy. And you won 10 doubloons for that one, because that's
Hell
your
yeah.
second in a row that you guys have won, that you competed in. Okay. Now we have, let's see here, Tinderbox versus, actually he goes by Dr. Box. He's Tin Dr.
Classic.
Box. But that's the duel. Cypress, the wood elf monk, or no, dark elf monk, is going to be dueling Tindar Box, the swashbuckler. And that's going to be Cypress's win. Cypress pulls it out. So you have Cypress the monk and Winter the gunslinger now, both from Team Herf, which is interesting. Now we get to the parlay competition, which is going to be Simon versus Johan. Johan S. Bach, also from Team
I hate
Bach.
that.
Johan has the large feathery hat. And they sit you down. They put the little voice amplifier. And they say, I'm sorry.
You got it?
I need a second. I got to make sure I get this right. God. I want to say it. I want to say the exact thing that I'm thinking about. Okay, yes. The question is, why do we choose to shiver our own timbers? Simon.
What the fuck? Why did I get this one? Okay, let's
Are you
see.
glad we traded?
So how this is gonna work is you're gonna give me some bullshit answer for these things, and then you're gonna roll a charisma check, either persuasion or intimidation, depending on what you're trying to do. And I'll give you a bonus or a negative depending on how bad your answer is.
Well, we obviously, I think everyone here could agree, we choose to shiver our own timbers because if we don't shiver our own timbers, everyone, and I just look around, everyone around, if we don't take care of our own timbers, no one will.
Interesting. Johan. Rebuttal? Johan looks forward. He goes, well, I say that the thing about timbers is it's important. It's important that we define me timbers. We're not talking about we timbers. This is a me timbers problem. And me timbers need to be shivered. That's the thing. If me timbers ain't being shivered, then what will they be being if not shivered? So roll a persuasion.
What the hell?
With advantage versus his bad answer. He got a 12.
Well, I needed that because I got a 17 plus 5, 22. But I also got a nat 1.
Oh, no. A nat 1. They want to award you the point. They really do. But first point goes to Johan Bach. For whatever reason, they go to score it for him, or they go to score it for you, and they hit the wrong button, and then they just pretend like the judges did that intentionally. They go, okay, next question. As we're all fond of saying, row boys, row. Where do you have your boys row to? Johan. You're opening this time. Well, me boys row. I row me boys gently up a stream. And we do this merrily, because as we pirates know, life is but a dream. Interesting. That's strong emotional resonance coming from you, Johan. Counterpoint, Simon.
And the question was, where do boys row? Where do your boys row? Jesus Christ.
God, I have some good stuff.
Maybe someone should have assigned Murder Ghost to this. Well, where do my boys row? My boys row. I'm not looking at that. My boys row gently down the stream, but we also whistle while we row because it tends to lighten the mood. And you know how on streams, it can be pretty dangerous when you're doing state-sponsored privateering. So we like to go down the stream.
At the mention of privateering, you hear multiple whoops from the crowd, like "Woo! Yeah, you did 'em!" And you can tell definitely there's some privateers out there who really appreciated that. Is that your statement?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's it.
Roll with advantage again.
I'm gonna need
Roll
it.
terrible. Better beat him this time.
So the first one was a 9, but the second one is an 18 plus 5. 23.
Thank God. Okay. You win the second point. Okay. We go to final point. Simon, you get opening statement. What will we do with the drunken sailor?
What will we do with the drunken sailor? Hi, buddy. Ow. Obviously, we all like to imbibe from time to time. And a drunken sailor is, in my opinion, the best kind of sailor. So what will we do with a drunken sailor? We will join the drunken sailor. We will all drink and be merry because it's a great time to be alive. And then I take a bow.
The crowd boos. She turns and says, Johan, any thoughts here? And he says, well, what will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor? I say, what will we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning. We could shave his belly with a rusty razor. Maybe put him in a longboat till he's sober. Stick him in a scupper with a hosepipe bottom. Put him in the bed with the captain's daughter. That's what we do with a drunken sailor.
I start
Early
booing.
in
Boo! Boo!
roll with disadvantage.
Oh, well, that's on that one.
Oh, fail. And we have a winner. Johan S. Bach wins the parlay competition. Truly a pirate for pirates. And Simon, maybe spend some more time on board.
That's fair. Thanks for that criticism, judges.
Oh, God. Okay. So Johan wins that one. And let's see here. Then we have the treasure race. So immediately, Juniper, you're teleported. And it's you next to the Spectral Ranger. They announce, oh, what name did you put on the form for Juniper?
Uh,
Well, Victor's
probably Liza, whatever she was going by.
Okay.
I know her real name, but I would have put whatever her.
You wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
They announce, and now the race, the final race before we get to the finale event between Liza and Homicide Spectre. And the Ranger takes his mark. Juniper, you take your mark. You guys are racing to Treasure in the Bay. You can see ahead of you is a road, and maybe 30 feet down it, it's blocked with all sorts of debris from, well, you can figure out how to get through it. It's fine. Gunfires. What are you doing, Juniper?
I take off.
Okay, you run. You quickly outpace Homicide Spectre. He's not nearly as fast as you. And you get to the wall of debris. Are you climbing through? Are you climbing over? Are you jumping over? What's your plan here?
Flip over it or something?
It's a big pile. So you could try and jump your way up and over it.
Okay.
Roll me a few acrobatics checks.
21.
21. That gets up the first part. Roll me 2 more.
25.
Okay, that gets you up on top. And then are you jumping down? Or are you doing anything? You running on the rooftops? Anything special?
I wasn't going to do anything special. I was just going to keep going.
Okay. As you're doing the jumps up, you see Homicide Spectre just sort of phasing through the debris. Even though you're moving quite a bit faster than him, it only takes him a little bit of time to get all the way through and start running down the road with his menagerie of ghostly pets following him. He is ahead of you for a moment, but you quickly race up in front of him again. You get to a steep downhill. Are you just running down the hill, taking big leaps? Are you planning to do anything clever, or just run as fast as you can?
I'm just going to run as fast as I can.
Okay, roll me 2 athletics checks to keep your balance on this steep downhill as you're just going full speed.
17.
That's okay.
And 23.
23. You manage to keep your balance. You see Homicide Spectre's fallen behind. And then he casts Expeditious Retreat and starts to catch up to you pretty quickly. Running next to him is a large wolf, and it's able to keep up. His bird is able to keep up, but the rest of his pets seem to have been left behind. They're not catching up to you, but they're not falling any farther behind at this point. As you continue through the city, you run to a point where you can turn left or right. On your right is a busy intersection, but is the main road. On your left is an alley that looks empty. There's nobody back there as far as you can tell. Or there is technically a 3-story building that you could try and climb up and over. You know, that's the straightest way to the bay.
I can run up walls, so that's probably what I'm going to do.
Okay. How much movement does it take? It's just normal movement for you, right?
Yeah, it's just
And how much movement do you have in a turn?
45.
Yeah. You run straight up the building, and you see Homicide Spectre sort of like and start to walk through the building again. But you're on top before he even gets to it and sprinting across. However, you are on top of a 3-story building. How are you getting down? Are you just jumping straight down?
Well, yeah, I can just jump.
Do you have anything that lets you negate fall damage?
Yeah. I'm a
Pretty
monk.
sure you do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's where's it at?
Dun, 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 dun. God, you have so many fucking abilities.
I know.
It's just like a wall of text.
I'm just
and
gonna
I'm
say
like,
you do. I'm pretty positive that you do.
Yeah,
it's like
it's-
5 times your monk level ignored
Yeah,
or something.
it's like yeah, I can't.
Regardless, you hit the ground, take no damage, and are sprinting ahead, and see no sign of Homicide Spectre.
'Cause he's an asshole.
At this point, you're down, and you're actually close to the wharf. You can try and run on the docks or swim through the water. The
I
docks
can run
kind
on
of
water.
the docks kind of wind side to side through, but if you're just gonna run on the water between docks, you can go straight. Are you gonna do
Well,
that?
that's what I'm gonna do because I can run on water.
You quickly make your way to the point where there's a big floating circle indicating this is where the wreckage is. How are you getting underwater?
Can't I just swim?
Yeah, you can.
Then I'll just swim underwater.
Okay. How long can you hold your breath for?
I don't know.
Probably longer than normal, but we'll say after a round, you got to make con checks to continue to. Well, no. After a few rounds, you got to make con checks. Nobody's got to make a con check after 6 seconds. Certainly not a superhuman monk. So as you get where you're going under, you see that just at the very edge of the bay, the spectral or Homicide Spectre is jumping onto the back of his trusty dolphin companion.
Oh, okay.
And swimming your way. But he's a ways away still. As you start to swim down, you see he's catching up. That dolphin moves through the water pretty fast. Not as fast as you run across it, but fast. Certainly, though, swimming straight down is not as fast as when you run. So as you swim, you can see the wreckage, and you're getting closer and closer. We'll say it takes you maybe 20 seconds to get down to the bottom, and you find the boat. Where are you looking in this crashed shipwreck for the
Oh, I have
treasure?
to look for it?
Yeah, where do you think it's going to be at?
Like inside.
Are you going to go to like the back door? Are you going to look for where the holes cracked open on the seabed? Are you planning to break your own way in? Or
Well, I'm not gonna break my own way in. I don't have time for that. I could just swim through one of the little cannon window things.
Okay. Yeah, you could do that.
Like Ariel, that shit.
Look at that stuff. Isn't it neat? And you go in through the cannon hole. And as you do so, you see that spectral or Homicide Spectre is about halfway down and quickly approaching. You get in and you see a golden chalice that says treasure written on it in the center of the room. You swim over and grab it.
Yeah.
Right as you grab it, a spectral hand makes it through the top deck along with his spectral dolphin companion. And they reach out for it and go to snatch it from you. Make a dexterity check.
Is that a save?
Sure.
Oh, 25.
Okay. He doesn't manage to grab it. Your reflexes are too fast, but he does manage to get through, and I need you to roll initiative as he goes to attack you.
Punch, punch, punch.
Nat 20.
Okay. We'll give you a nat 20 round where you get one action, and then an additional round before he goes. So you get one action, and then you get a normal turn.
Okay, well, I'm going to. Let me see where it's at.
Punch him in the face.
No.
Oh. Punch him in the dick.
Monks have so much stuff. She probably
Yeah.
has ghost punching.
I have a lot of stuff. I'm gonna spend a key point to force it to make a con save or be stunned for a round.
You got to hit it with an attack first.
Okay. Uh, 27.
27. That hits.
Do damage, yo.
It rolled a 6.
Well, they
It's
failed.
Stunned.
Where's my D6s? That's 12 damage.
Okay. And he takes 6 damage.
And it's slashing damage.
Ooh. The dolphin, however, is still unstunned. You still have a full turn, though.
Yeah. And I still have 8 key points.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. That's so dumb.
17 to hit.
With a normal hit.
Well, I'm gonna stun the dolphin too.
Of course
Well,
you
if
are.
you have to connect, don't you?
Yeah, 17 hits, though.
Oh.
And dolphin also rolled a 6.
Well, it's stunned.
They are both stunned.
And that's 12 damage.
Fuck. Just max damage on each one.
Okay. And you still have bonus actions
And your movement.
and your movement.
Well,
You can dash as a bonus action as a monk,
I can
and they are both
dash and
stunned.
I can dash and disengage.
Well, you don't have to disengage. They're both stunned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Can I take the trophy and dash?
Yep. You jet out the window, jet towards the surface. By the time the stun wears off, you're about 3/4 of the way there. Make me one more athletics check just to make sure that they don't pull something shifty. You got to beat an 18.
I don't know what that is. I got a 19.
As you break the surface with the trophy, Homicide Spectre barely whiffs on grabbing it out of your hand. He almost made it back up with the dolphin, and the announcer goes wild. And there she is! Liza pulls off the upset of the century, beating Team Herf. And that puts Team Herf with 3 wins, and Team the Squealing Pigs with 3 wins. It looks like our final showdown will be the Squealing Pigs versus Team Herf in the Battle Royale. I guess it's more of a team deathmatch. And that being your 3rd team win is 20 more doubloons. So,
Nice.
if you can win the finale, you'll get 40. And the only loss you guys suffered was the parlay competition. Intentionally the most bullshit one. But even worse than I thought it was going to be. So, that is where we will end episode 34 of the Drunken Argonauts Dycairn campaign. The party about to compete in the finale of the Scallywag Games It will be the Screaming Pigs. I said the Squealing Pigs. The Screaming Pigs, which is even more irritating.
Obviously, that's the name of a ship, the Squealing Pigs.
With Victor, the human gunslinger, versus Winter, the human gunslinger. Juniper, the elf monk, versus Cypress, the dark elf monk. Simon, the Wanty warlock, versus Salmon, the lizard folk warlock. And Murder Ghost versus Homicide Spectre. Who would have guessed that these two teams would compete in the finale? In all seriousness, I actually had Team Box as who you were supposed to be against in the end. Team Herf is just who I made up on the spot because I ran out of time. So, anyway, thank you guys for listening. We hope you enjoy the episode and join us next time. Thanks. Goodbye.